Welcome back. It's time to get a check of your weather with meteorologist Thomas Geboy. And Thomas, I am blaming you. The wind this morning, it woke me up early.
I think that's going to be the case for a lot of folks this morning. Those winds are howling, to say the least, and this is all in the lead up to an atmospheric river event that's going to impact the state from today and even into this weekend as well. But the winds, they are the main story, at least this morning. But even though we have seen wet weather, but we're only going to see more wet weather as we go through today, we do have wind advisories in place for just about everybody west of the I-15 corridor, even including the Salt Lake Valley, as we could see gusts upwards of 55 miles per hour as we go from today through this evening. This wind advisory continues through 11 o'clock this evening, but for Tooele and Rush Valleys, we actually have a high wind warning in place through the same time period, as we could see gusts upwards or even exceeding 65 miles per hour. Those winds are going to be strong, especially west of I-15, but those winds will be strong across the entirety of the state. So with those winds mainly out of the south, be careful on those east to west routes, especially if you're driving those high profile vehicles. Like coming over Point of the Mountain this morning, my car was shaking quite a bit because of how strong those winds were. Right now, we're sitting at 45 degrees in Salt Lake because of that strong southerly flow, and you can see kind of a pink sky this morning. Sailor, take warning, 47 mile per hour wind gust in Salt Lake. Those winds are the main story, at least of right now, along the Wasatch Front. But with the rain that we saw during the overnight hours, those roads are running slick along the Wasatch Front. And the reason why we're seeing rain is because, again, that temperature, 45 in Salt Lake, 39 degrees in Provo, 39 degrees in Logan, and our typically colder valleys in northern Utah as we go throughout the next couple of hours. If we're able to cash in on some more wet weather, could be a little bit of a wintry mix, but as you get up into the Wasatch back, we're seeing snow out there this morning. But even down in our central and southern valleys, expecting mainly rain, as we're sitting at 47 in Cedar City. And we're sitting at 55 degrees in St. George. And here's the view near Park City on I-80. And that snow is falling around Park City. Those roads are running wet. And with how strong the winds are, some of that snow is being blown onto the roadways. So this morning, especially if you're traveling in the high country, you need to make sure that you're building in extra time. But let's go ahead and zoom things in here on the Storm Tracker radar and go on a radar tour where we're still tracking some light rain showers along the Wasatch Front. Meanwhile, as you get up into our canyons and into the Wasatch back, we're mainly seeing times of snow showers in the southeastern portion of the state. Got some rain around Green River and Moab this morning. Even have a few snow showers around the Uinta Basin this morning. And activities beginning to pick up in the southwestern portion of the state. Might not be too long before St. George starts to cash in on a little bit of rain. But that chance across the board will only be increasing as we go through today because, again, this atmospheric river system is working its way in from the west. It also has a cold front and warm front attached to it, and you can see all the moisture attached to it in Nevada and in California. All of that is working its way in our direction, and the moisture potential through tonight, you can kind of see that river moving in through the western United States into the Intermountain West, where we could definitely see some healthy accumulations in our mountains, but definitely could see some healthy accumulations when it comes to moisture, at least down in our valleys, and mainly valley rain, mountain snow event, and we could see heavy snow up in our mountains where we do have winter storm warnings in effect for just about all of our mountain ranges that are in effect now through at least tomorrow. But for the southern mountains, this will actually continue through early on Sunday, as by the time we get into Saturday, that best chance for wet weather will be in the central and southern portion of the state. But we could see definitely over half a foot of snow for just about all of our mountain ranges, especially above 8,000 feet. Now let's go ahead and begin the FUTURECAST. 7 o'clock this morning, and as we go from the morning into the afternoon with that warm front lifting north, those snow lines will continue to climb. In northern Utah, we could see that snow line climb to or above 7,000 feet, and in southern Utah, that snow line could climb to above possibly 9,000 feet. But as that cold front moves towards us, that chance for wet weather will only be increasing, and that chance for wet weather across the state will run high from this afternoon into this evening. But once that cold front moves through, there is going to be at least a chance, as the temperatures begin to cool back down, that in northern Utah, if the moisture holds on long enough, we could start to see some of that rain transition possibly to a wintry mix or even times of snow. That can't be completely ruled out. Then going into our Saturday, high pressure tries to build in from the north, so the central and southern portion of the state, that best chance for mainly scattered activity won't be as widespread compared to what we're going to see today. But some forecast models do try to pull some of that moisture in to northern Utah by tomorrow afternoon and evening. Then I think on Sunday we'll see a better chance for scattered showers, as that moisture will be kind of across the entire state with even more wet weather on the way by the middle of next week. But with the dynamics of this front moving in, there's also going to be some thunderstorm potential from northern Utah all the way down into northern Washington County. So don't be surprised if you hear a few rumbles of thunder. But here, expected snow totals: northern mountains through Saturday 8 to 16, cottonwoods could pick up 1 to 2 feet, central mountains 5 to 15, southern mountains 10 to 20, mountain valleys 2 to 8. The benches and Cache valleys, again, typically colder valleys, could pick up a trace to maybe around 3. Northern valleys expecting mainly rain, but we could see possibly minor accumulations if we do see that changeover over. Not a guarantee. While our central and southern valleys mainly going to see rain, and daytime highs today will be quite a bit warmer compared to what we've gotten used to in recent days, at least in northern Utah. And St. George's upper 50s, a good chance for rain today and tomorrow, a slight chance on Sunday. Mostly dry on Monday, but then we bring back that chance Tuesday into Wednesday with another storm system moving in, another potent one at that. Then along the Wasatch front, mainly rain showers for today, a slight chance on Saturday, bringing back a slightly better chance on Sunday. And then we'll see that next system work its way in Tuesday into Wednesday of next week.